Hello and welcome to another YouTube video here on this channel. Today we are diving into Mem 2.0. This has been a highly anticipated video because Mem had this really great idea, but they weren't able to execute. But we are doing a first impression, not a full review, at least not yet. I feel it is a little bit unfair to give a really strict review on an application or a version that is still in alpha and early access. So I won't give you a review, but I will give you my thoughts on it as it is right now and how I think it will be in the future. By the time this video is out, Mem 2.0 might already be out, but as of right now, me filming this video, it is in public early access, so you can get early access to the application, but there are a few bugs that comes with something like this. But let's actually jump into the application. So I've gone ahead and I've actually added a few notes into here. We will of course be adding a couple more during this video, but I started off with adding a few right here. And the first thing I wanted to touch on is this new note or this new interface, which I kind of like. I like the fact that you can remove the sidebar right here, and you also have the chat and the co-pilot. This used to be this, if I just open this up, this used to be the MEmX idea, where you could get related notes. I like the fact that you now can mark this as good or bad. That is a great thing because that helps this related note thing actually develop. This has been one of the things I liked most about Mem, is this related notes, which is now called Copilot. That I like the fact that this can open and close. That was what I was going to say, and the same goes for this. The search bar, I have always liked the search bar inside of Mem, and I think they've done a good job here as well. I like the fact that they got rid of that, they had this import up in the right corner that was there all the time. I'm really happy that they removed that as well. That was one of the things I struggled with the interface, was the small issues like that. I will go ahead and we will start a new note. One thing I wish they would add is the ability to add a header, because I can write like this, and if I now go back, you can see that it gives it a header, but I would like to just see the fact that this first thing I write would actually be my header. So let's do tasks for today, and now it looks like a header here as well. I just like that they would add a title field, but that is something highly personal. Or even better, I would like that the first thing you wrote in here would show up as a header. But on the other hand, here you can actually choose the size of your title for the note. That is something I do like. So I'm not sure what's exactly right with this, but I like how this looks. One thing I would like a little bit more if I had the ability to go into some sort of focus mode when I'm writing, so get a full screen mode, actually remove all of this, remove this organize, share, pin thing right here, and just write. That is something I would really like. I think I would like these two to stick because they are so important to the work I am doing. They are the whole selling point of Mem, so removing these two, Copilot and Chat, wouldn't make any sense. But I would like to see the search bar removed and everything else removed, and allowing me to just do focus mode. So let's set up a couple of tasks. So let's say I wanted to go for a walk. I wanted to take out the trash, the same tasks that I always use for these videos. Take out the trash, and I still can't spell, so back here. And one thing I wanted to test out was if this, and I have tested it out, I know that it works. Can you give me a list of my tasks, like this? So I want to see my tasks. And Mem had this previously. They removed it, but now they have it again. So here we actually have a couple of tasks. I have go for a walk. I have take out trash. I wonder why this shows up. I wonder why this shows up while this doesn't. That might just be a bug because I can click this, but I can't click any of the other ones. Let's say add grocery shopping because it asks me if I want to add something. So let's just try to add something. It is a little slow, like really slow. It is actually really slow, so it took a while. It didn't work. Let's try one more time. Let's just write it. Here it is. So it adds grocery shopping, but does it add it in here? It does not. If I now ask it to give me a list of tasks, so what I'm wondering is when it adds it, does it remember it? It does. It seems like it does, but I will need to like give it a day or two, have a couple of chats and try this again. But I like the fact that you can now get a list of your tasks. I would like that every single one of them came out like this, where I could see the note. But you also have the ability to like do this instead. Let's actually add one more tasks to see if I have tasks for tomorrow as well, to see if it can show me all of them. So tasks for tomorrow. And let's just add one called test task 1. And let's now try to ask it if it can give me a list of my tasks. Give me a list of my tasks. So once again, we are trying. It doesn't seem to be slow all the time. So here it actually does. It gives me tasks for today, tasks for tomorrow. I really like how it sets them up. Grocery shopping, it shows it, but it does not add it into the note, so I won't be able to click that. But it could be used as sort of like an inbox feature, so you could send messages to your chat and then be able to add them to note later. So that is something I actually like. I like the fact that this now gives me a list of my tasks. That was an issue previously. Let's go ahead and add another note. So this is a struggle I had, art and business of online writing. I struggled with actually being able to paste notes into here. So I've copied a note. And the pasting actually works quite well. It actually works quite well. This was a huge issue because I remember one time I was like, let's give Mem another try. And I started copying, pasting some of my notes and it did not work out. So you can ask your mems for things. Let's just try that. How can I write better? So it gives me the ability to search. That won't work because I don't have anything about how you can write better, but it actually shows me the note I was looking for, so that is good. This is also something I will need to test out with many more notes. So here you can see a bug, and I fixed it quite easily just by scrolling, but there are some bugs that is just to be expected. Um, so it shows me a few strategies. Let's see what these strategies are based off of. So what are these strategies based off of? I'm not sure if I wrote that correctly, but let's try to see. So it finds them from the note. One thing I would like to see is the fact that the note would show up somewhere. It does. You can press this right here, so it does actually show up here. I think I like the way they've set this up. You can also just save this as a note. So in general, I'm actually a fan of this new Mem 2.0. I still think there are a few things like the bugs I showed you. But overall, I really like this new interface. This is such a weird review because a lot of what Mem does is actually the chat you have with the application, with the AI inside of the application. So the review is a little weird. But in general, I think I like the direction Mem is going in. However, with the bugs and the fact that it is still at a really early stage, and also the fact that like many other applications have some of the same features, because the main point I didn't show you collections and auto tagging and things like that. That is also something I will need to dive deeper into. But once this application is fully out, I will do a full review. But what I was trying to say is that with all of these new applications having some of the same features, especially when the main feature is that chatting ability and the ability to connect notes, which like voice notes AI has some of the same things. You have related notes and you have a chat. I'm still not there where I can recommend Mem as the go-to for this kind of AI note taking for someone that's really new to Mem, but I think they're headed in the right direction. I will do a more in-depth, as I said, podcast video about all of the things happening around this, because I also think that they are releasing this or giving like people the ability to use this in alpha because all of their competitors are actually uh, are actually growing and adding some of the same functionality. That is the first thing, and the second thing is that I actually think that Mem needs to like be able to prove to people that they can deliver something like this because they've lost a lot of faith in the productivity community, and the productivity community has lost a lot of faith in Mem. So it will be really exciting to see, but I am actually positive about this new experience. But I also think that some of the issues are still there, like not having a fully dedicated focus mode for when you're writing. But that is also things I think they will change in the future. But that covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. And remember to check out the podcast when that new Mem episode comes out. As usual, thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below.